Meet newlyweds Chris and Lisa Gorsky. Married for almost a year, their smiles say it all. They're happy and in love and ready to start the new year with a new challenge.
The fact that I got up at 5:30.
Lisa's a children's pastor and Chris a youth pastor at the same church. But that's not how they met. In fact, it was a click of the mouse and a classic case of mistaken identity that brought these two together. So Lisa, tell me, how did you guys meet?
Gosh, I hate that story. We
place to start.
met, Chris used to date someone named Lisa, and he added who he thought was Lisa to Facebook. And I accepted his request to be a friend, even though I knew I didn't know him. And I was like, who are you? I don't know you. I wrote him a message, and that's how we met.
It's because I was so cute, though. No? Okay.
No.
It was actually, not only was it just Lisa, but it was her maiden name was the same last name of the person that I used to date. And so, like, as far as I was concerned, and I thought, you know, it had been 20 years, so, you know, who knows where that person lives, and there was 5 people in the picture she had on her Facebook picture, and
Could have been one of the 5.
could have been one of the 5. I had no clue, so I just was like, I'll take a shot at the dark.
A couple of weeks later, they met at a church convention, and after their first face-to-face encounter, they continued to chat before deciding to go out on their first date, which would prove to be a memorable occasion.
Chris had asked me to go to dinner with him on a Friday, and so he picked me up. We got on the highway, and there was like a dead stop on the highway, and no one was moving. So he was like, okay. And he like panicked for a minute. He called the restaurant, and he was like, I need to postpone my reservation. They were like, no problem, no problem. So he postponed it for an hour. And so he had picked me up at 6. He had now postponed it till 7. And so we get there at 7. And it's not what he thought it was. It was like an arcade. Like
I tried to, it didn't, the internet is a great tool, but you can also very easily lie. And so the picture wasn't at all what I thought.
it was like an arcade on the beach.
I tried to play it cool, though, and just drive by it without pointing any attention to it. She's quicker than that, though, so she noticed.
The date ended up going well after that minor blip, but Chris admits that while he was attracted to Lisa, he wondered if he even had a chance. Lisa was interested, and for the next 10 months, they eye-chatted and communicated through Facebook, seeing each other only a few times a month, since both had busy schedules and lived and worked in different cities. But the distance didn't stop their love from growing for each other. So was there a moment, Lisa, where you
that
were
I
just
knew
like,
I was going to marry him? I
or
don't
that
know.
you knew that he was the one?
Well, one of the reasons why I first even liked Chris was because that he loved me for who I was, regardless of, you know, what I had or what I didn't have. And that was one of the first reasons that I was even ever like attracted to him or wanted to be with him more, was because of that. I remember when I was dating Chris, I made a list of what I liked and what I didn't like. And on paper, what I liked was more.
I'd like to see that list.
Yeah, it's in the garbage.
The thing I love most about Lisa, the thing that absolutely is the highest praise I can give her, is she's an overcomer. You know, just you know, no matter what life throws at her, no matter what you know, no matter what she's got to deal with, no matter whether things are really good or whether things are really bad, she's going to overcome. Let's be honest too. She's, you know, extremely hot, which, you know, which for a guy that, you know, that's helpful. You know, I like that too.
After 10 months of dating, they got engaged, started working at the same church, and 6 months later, got married. But now, almost a year in, they would both admit they are still learning the ins and outs of being husband and wife. And like every couple, there are some things they just can't stand about each other. And both Lisa and Chris are not afraid to dish.
What'd you do? What'd you do with the turkey?
I put all the stuff on it.
You sprinkled some stuff on it. That's all you did. I did the turkey.
I don't like that Chris can come home. He's friendly to everyone. You know, if Chris walked into you on the street and he was in the grocery store and he had ice cream, he'd stand you for 3 hours and let his ice cream melt, okay? He loves everyone and everything, okay? Loves talking to people. And so when he gets home, I'm like, hey. And he sits silent because he's wasted all his talking on everyone else, which is okay, I understand. But I want him to talk to me more. And I always tell him that, so it's not. And he watches too much sports, and I hate sports.
The thing I hate about Lisa is
Use the
that
word not like.
she doesn't like sports.
Because then I could sit there and do nothing too.
Yeah. The hardest thing for me to deal with is being told what to do. Because the last 10 years of my life, no one told me what to do.
I'm not bossy.
Can I finish my answer? That's hard for me. And so for her, she likes things a certain way. And if it was always that way, like if she liked something and it was always she liked it that way, I could predict it and it'd be easy. But it depends on how she's feeling about the day.
Some days we're just going to try new things.
Really, I joke about it, but it is something that for me I find very, very tough because I really want to go out of my way to give her the best life she can have, and there's times she gets upset because I haven't done something, and I don't want that. Other than that, she is perfect in every way.
It is true.
Yeah, would not want to change a thing. And all of the problems in our relationship are my fault.
Come here, Chris. I need your help.
Just wait till commercial.
Chris, I need you.
So as the Gorskys embark on the next 40 days of the Love Dare Challenge, they did admit it isn't their first time taking the dare. They've tried doing it before.
And so I thought, you know what? This is a good way to start our marriage. And so I bought the book and, I gave it to her and we decided that we would start doing it.
So after watching Fireproof, the movie that started the Love Dare craze, they started the challenge themselves.
So we started it, and we probably did the first 5 days.
4 days.
4 days. We got to the day about gifts. So Chris loves the Ottawa Senators, so I bought him just like one of those folding chairs that had an Ottawa Senators logo on it. Perfect. Loved it. Gave it to him. Done.
Being a guy and knowing that the easiest way to a woman's heart is through a purse and jewelry, I went out and spent way over the limit of the $20 because I just wanted to go over the top to show how much I cared. So I bought her a brand new purse and I bought her some jewelry and I gave it to her. I love this stuff. This is great. Come to join me?
But the next day, Chris found out something quite interesting about the gifts he had given Lisa the day before.
And so as we were going through the next day's dare, we talked about it at the end of the day. It came out during that dare that she had made a trip to the mall. And I was like, oh, well, what'd you get? So she told me what she got. And I said, whoa, you spent that much money at the mall? To which she replied, oh, no. I returned everything you bought and got what I wanted. And so all of my hard work to find something that she claimed she liked.
I just went to spend the money on those things. Like, I got things I like. Thank you. I was thankful. I'm thankful. Thank you.
Yeah, but it wasn't my thought.
Thank you.
I put no thought into the things that you actually ended up with. So needless to say, our Love Dare experience disappeared after day 4.
So what do you want to get out of this new second time around Love Dare experience?
To day 6. The truth is, we started it early on. For us, was not that we were having, if you watch the movie, there's marriage problems. We weren't having that, a week into our marriage, and so we just thought, let's do this, so that we can set a foundation for what our marriage is going to be like for the rest of our lives. What is it that we want our children to see in a marriage?
I think that we do want to start off on a good note. and learn some new things about each other, learn some things that we can tweak in our relationship, tweak about ourselves. And it's always good to learn. And so this is just a way to help us do that. And I don't know anything about marriage. I've never been married before.
Me either.
And so this is a way
Just
to learn something about something that neither of us really know anything about.
No high five.
So watch as Lisa and Chris learn more about each other and the ins and outs of marriage. The Love Dare continues every day until February 9th. Follow the Gorskys as they blog and post videos online. You can also join the Dare and post your own comments. To find out how you can take the Dare with someone you love, visit 100huntley.com/lovedare. In Hamilton, Ontario, Magdalene John, 100 Huntley Street.